Hello, my friends. Welcome to the program. It's the Viktor Wilt Show, Friday edition. All right. Was reading through a thread that might scare everyone. Or you might just find it interesting. What's a future technology that already exists, but people don't realize how scary it is? All right, let's get scared. Let's see what the internet's terrified of. Tracking in cars. Cameras in cars pointed inwards and all the other telemetry. Yeah, that's one benefit to having an older vehicle. You're not being tracked as easily unless you're packing your phone, which everyone is doing all the time, so I'm not too worried about the vehicle thing. All right. Your phone is tracking and listening to you 24/7. Not concerned about the vehicle thing. What else we got here? Killer drone swarms. If anyone has been paying attention to what warfare looks like in Ukraine and Iran now, it's terrifying. Ooh. Yeah, can you imagine swarms of drones just blasting down? Okay, that's terrifying. Let's see. Deep faking video and voice. I mean, I think a lot of people are aware of how advanced AI technology's gotten and deepfake videos. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, though. It's going to be so bad. I mean, we're already at the point where you can no longer tell what's real and what isn't, I've gotten fooled by AI content before. Sometimes it's so fresh, you don't have any way to really look up, hey, is this brand new video for real? Is this true? Then you find out, oh yeah, completely AI. Yeah. Wait till any old idiot with a phone app can make videos of you doing something crazy. I guess we're already at that point. Peaches has made some very bizarre videos and photos of me. All right, let's see. What other scary things we have here? A lot of people mentioning tracking devices. Again, your phone. Your phone is tracking you. Wi-Fi vision. All right, let's see. They say there is a way that your Wi-Fi devices are able to map out your house and monitor you by being able to recognize if a material is inanimate or alive, knowing that you have to assume you are being listened to and watched at all times. What? I've never heard of this before. Wi-Fi vision. I hope oh, Jesus, I've got a pretty advanced router. Wow. An emerging technology that uses standard Wi-Fi signals and AI to see and track human movement through walls, in total darkness, and without cameras. Oh, geez. All right, yeah, I don't dig that. Not about to get rid of internet at home. How am I supposed to sit around and watch stupid videos on YouTube? Jeez. This person says their car tattled on them to their insurance company for hard braking. They were avoiding a deer, but still got a rate increase for being an alert driver. Oh, fantastic. Oh, boy. AI-generated voice and videos, yeah. Black boxes in cars. It seems like everybody's just worried about being tracked. Come on, there's cameras everywhere. Just, you got to submit to it at this point. We're being watched by Big Brother 24/7. Yay. Yay for that on a Friday. All right. I'll try to find something a little less disturbing for the next break. How are my people doing on a Friday? I hope good. I appreciate you tuning in, hanging out. It is not a fun internet day, though. Digging. It's all election-related news and things like that. When is the Idaho primary? Because you should get out and vote. The Idaho primary is kind of the real election. I mean, this year, you never know. We could see some weird things happen in Idaho politics, but generally, whoever wins the primary tends to just take it home in the end. One party tends to dominate here in the state. Let's see, May 19th. May 19th would be the day for the Idaho primary elections. Get yourself registered to vote at voteidaho.gov. Let's see. Or else, well, it might be too late to register there. Let's see what happens. No, you can register to vote on that website. And you can also register, I believe, at the polls. But I don't know, the primaries are kind of weird. Like, I think the Republican primary, you have to be registered as a Republican to vote in it. The Democratic primary, like, anyone can vote in, but you can only vote in one of the two. I don't know. I should know, because voting in local elections is very important. So get out and do it May 19th. You can get lots of information on the election in the East Idaho Elects section of East Idaho News. You can watch debates between the candidates, learn about their policies, blah, 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 because you got to know who you're voting for, okay? Get to know the candidates, because you never know what kind of crazy they might be, all right? Seen a lot of complaints about Idaho politics in the last year or so. Educate yourself before you vote then. All right, May 19th. It's coming up quick. Get yourself registered and be ready. All right, today better get a little bit interesting. We've talked about the fact that the government says they're going to be releasing the UFO files soon. Well, apparently, they released a bunch of them today. Never before seen files on unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, UFOs, at a new government website, war.gov/UFO. So they've got about 162 files on there right now. And, I mean, this news release just happened, so people haven't had time yet to dig into these things. But hopefully throughout the day, something weird happens. There's a lot of speculation. Oh, this is going to, make everybody go completely insane. Everybody's going to go crazy when they hear this information. All right, we'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of digging here. The internet sleuths have to have found something new. I want to see that 4K video that they were talking about a couple years ago. They promised 4K video. Like, top-notch UFO footage. We'll see. But, if you want to check that out, again, war.gov/UFO, let's go there. All right. The U.S. Department of War. This is kind of an X-Files looking website. Okay, I don't know. It's going to take me a minute to navigate this. If I find any killer UFO footage, I will share it on our socials, okay? All right, I've just been diving into the UFO files. Thank you to r/UFO on Reddit for just showing me all the most interesting stuff. People are diving in right out of the gate this morning. Some interesting videos, for sure, at the new UFO disclosure website. There's one that's like a star-shaped UFO. A pretty interesting video. Now, people have only just begun digging into this, but I would say I think that the UFO subreddit, or I guess it's UFOs, gonna be one of the best places to go to find, all of this information being discussed in one easy to navigate location. Because the website, what did I say it had? Like 167 documents or something? I don't know if they're going to keep releasing documents or what. But there are videos, photos, and then endless, of course, redacted documents, which is disappointing. But that's the government, All right, we're going to release a bunch of information, but you're not going to be able to read much of it. Going to redact as much as possible. But, there's even footage of a UFO taken on the moon by Apollo 17 astronauts. It looks like a triangular-shaped UFO. It's from the 70s, so quality's not the greatest, but I've yet to see any like 4K top-notch crazy video. All right. So again, as I continue going through this thing, if I find anything really interesting, I'll share it with you. The star-shaped UFO, I think, is so far the coolest thing they've shown. But yeah, it's pretty weird. I don't know. I'm waiting for somebody to find something really crazy. There's a lot of information there. I scrolled some of the PDF files, and some of them are huge, like just document after document after document. Real interesting if you've been into UFOs for a long time, because some of these reports go back to the 40s. I don't know if they've got the Roswell information in there or what, but yeah, something interesting to look at today. So that's cool. All right, let's see what I can find for freak news, though. Maybe by the time freak news rolls around, somebody will have found something really weird in these files. We'll see. All right, there are a few different ways you can get your hands on concert tickets. You can spend a ton of money, tons of money in this day and age. You can win tickets from places like K-Bear. This week we're giving away 7 Dust tickets. You've also got your chance to sign up, win some tickets for Papa Roach if you go see Peaches today from 10 to noon at Footwear Outfitters in Pokey. Or you can fly to Tokyo and go to a shrine where people pray for concert tickets. Yeah, this more than 1,000-year-old shrine believed to hold the power to let you see your favorite bands up close. Boy, things have gotten rough when it comes to concert tickets, haven't they? If people are headed to just pray for them, please let me somehow get the tickets. People also pray to do things like win the lottery and stuff like that. But yeah, give it a whirl. I know that battling the secondary ticket market for a reasonably priced concert ticket, it can be rough. So yeah, maybe it might be cheaper to fly to Japan and go on vacation than go to some shows nowadays. What else do we have here? Oh, I guess hacky sacks are back. Yeah. Everything from when I was a kid, popular once again. The way I dress, it's back in. I'm fashionable. And now hacky sacks are back as well. Yeah, I guess trends just go in a cycle. But hey, hacky sack's a generally healthy activity, isn't it? You stand around and kick the beanbag. I used to be pretty good at hacky sack when I was younger, but searches for hacky sack in the last week alone have increased more than 600%. So yeah, I guess young people looking for things to do other than scroll on their phones, and I don't blame them, because scrolling ain't as fun as it used to be. Trust me. I scroll all day trying to do this radio show, and it used to be a lot easier. What else do we have here? Okay, the new mayor of New York, Zoran Mamdani, he's been, talking a lot about his new Tax the Rich program or slogan, or I don't know. There's a word I'm looking for that I can't find. But anyway, basically what they want to do is for people who own second homes in New York City, really rich people that own these, multi-million-dollar apartments and things, but they don't actually live there. They live in other states. That basically if a second home with market value of over $5 million, they're going to tax the crap out of them, which, sure, I don't see why not, but there's some guy whining. Let's see, this New York real estate titan, what's his name? Stephen Roth, CEO of real estate giant Vornado. He's really whining. He's like, I consider the phrase tax the rich when spit out with anger and contempt by politicians to be just as hateful as some disgusting racial slurs. No, I'm sorry, dude. Tax the rich. It's it's not gonna hurt you to hear that. All right, rich old dude. Oh, how could somebody say that evil phrase? Tax the... Oh, it hurts me. Whiners, man. Whiners. So, anyway, I don't know if they've implemented this yet. It's not the first article I've seen where some, like, extremely wealthy person was whining about it, but, well, go live in New York, huh? There you go. Make that your primary home, all right? Okay, it's after 8. Let's see what we can find here again. Tough news day. Oh, every day this week been a tough news day. It's so annoying. What's up, Jay Davis?
Come and give you more work.
You did already.
Yeah.
Walk right in and immediately start telling me more crap to do. What's your problem? It's
Well, if
Friday.
you would have done it right the first time.
That's why I had you look at it. Usually screw something up. But whoever, did it before me, they screwed it up even worse. So
Was it that blob guy?
No, I think it was that Jade guy.
I think it was that blob guy.
I don't know who it was, because when I looked at it, I was like, what were whoever thinking?
Blame it on Josh.
It's Josh's fault.
Yeah.
Of course.
That was
Puddinhead.
Josh's fault.
Oh, man. Well, it's Friday, Jade. They've dropped a bunch of UFO files and nothing interesting in them, as far as I can tell.
Look at these lights.
Exactly.
Football-shaped lights.
You want to see some grainy footage with a little light floating around in the sky? Woo! Wasn't it like 3-4 years ago? They were like, we have 4K footage of UFOs.
Where's that?
Yeah, that's what I want to see. Enough of this crap that it looks like I filmed with the old flip phone back in the day. Garbage.
They transfer it to a VHS and then copy it 12 times.
Mm-hmm. And a bunch of redacted documents. Like, okay, if you guys are going to disclose stuff, enough with the redactions already. Okay, leave the information in there so we know what's going on.
It's fun when they don't do the redaction correctly and you can just copy it and then put it into your own Word document.
Oh, I didn't try that. That's what happened with the Epstein files at first.
A good old government doing redaction.
Well, and that's like Obama was in the news the other day talking about UFOs, and he's like, trust me, if we had alien bodies, some idiot would have taken a selfie with them by now. All right, the government is not as competent as you think.
I could agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, you and me have had a lot of politicians come in studio to cut commercials and things like that. We've met lots of politicians.
Deer in headlights.
Yeah, dude.
If they didn't have a handler.
I've pointed it out many times. There are no qualifications to be a politician. All you need is a lot of money backing you, so you can buy signs to put by the ditch, and it's a popularity contest. You just got to convince people, that you're the right person for the job, even if you can't read. You don't have to read to be able to be a politician, Jade.
It's an unhealthy amount of ego.
That's right. So
kind of like a radio DJ.
Yeah,
unhealthy amount of ego.
So I'm not very stoked on the UFO files being released, because I don't think that they would release anything that would really blow our minds. Like, what if they had some kind of crazy information that was so wild it would change history? The public would panic.
Oh yeah,
people would have a meltdown. You can't even post a picture of a sandwich without people having a meltdown. Something that shatters people's life views. They ain't gonna get that out there. There'll be riots in the streets. Jeez. Well, I guess I'll get to doing the work you gave me.
It's about time. Get to it.
I don't want to get to it.
I can give you more.
Oh, I'm too busy. Don't give me any more work. Very, very busy here, as you can see. All right, Jade and I, hopefully he's going to leave. Well, hello, Peaches.
Have you seen Mike D of the Beastie Boys recently?
Is he the one who passed away?
No, that's Adam.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah. Have you seen a corpse?
I was like, is this some type of a joke? You trying to fool me?
No, I saw a video of him on stage, and I went, wow, he really looks like just some old dad.
There's a lot of those those guys around from the 90s.
Because those guys were supposed to be like, like the bad boys with the hip hop and all of that. And then he just looked like a stereotypical dad that walks his daughter to school. And
well, it's like, have you seen what AFI looks like nowadays?
oh, yeah. He looks like Jim Croce.
Yeah. Very, very bizarre look for that type of music. Anyhow, Peaches, you're getting ready to leave.
That's right. I got my name tag. I got my sunscreen on just in case I'm outside.
All right. Well, I mean, you're going to a shoe store, so I would assume you'd probably be inside, right?
Yeah, but I hate to be that person in the middle of the shoe store going, "Hi, what's up, everybody? It's Peaches," while they're trying to shop.
But that's what you need to do. Get their attention. Yeah. So Peaches is headed to Pocatello today, going to be broadcasting live at Footwear Outfitters for their big annual Keen event.
Peachy Keen.
Peachy Keen. That's 10 to noon. Peaches is going to be there signing you up to win some Papa Roach pit tickets. And then they got all kinds of deals and stuff, but Peaches will tell you more about that starting at 10 o'clock. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you want to win some Papa Roach tickets, pick up some other swag, go see Peaches 10 to noon. That's Footwear Outfitters in Pokey. Anything else you want to tell the people, Peaches?
That's it.
Okay, go see Peaches. Go see him. Like, what is happening?
I'm making the little noise that happens in the background at the end there.
I had my headphones on, but not the mics, so I just hear this faint. That's how I feel today, actually, Jay.
Just all the way through the break.
So everybody, Peaches is on his way to Pokey. He should be kicking off his live broadcast of Footwear Outfitters in about 20 minutes. Go see that big oaf.
Yeah.
See
how your foot stacks up against his foot.
He said that place even had shoes big enough for him. I was kind of amazed.
I am amazed. I didn't know they make canoes that big.
I know. So if you're a fellow Bigfoot, Footwear Outfitters got you covered. Get some nice steel-toed boots, so if you have a boss like Jade, you kick him in the groin.
If I remember right, Footwear Outfitters, when Peaches was first hired 5 years ago, 6 years ago?
Something like that.
Something like that. Well, that was his first remote.
I think it was.
Because I had to go stand with him and teach him how to do it.
Well, at least we don't have to do that crap anymore.
Right?
Nope, we just get to enjoy the peace and quiet of a Peaches-free studio. I'm sure he's listening to us right now. So, Peaches, you do a good job.
That's right.
He was telling me he was nervous about broadcasting inside the store. Because he's like, I don't know if I'm going to be set up outside or what. I'm like, well, you should set up inside.
Yeah.
It's a store.
And if they still have that little measure your foot thing that they do, they're like, it does it for your insole, so they can map it completely to your foot. It was pretty cool.
Check that out while you're there, Peaches.
I don't know if they still do that or not.
I don't know either.
Peaches, you should find out.
Yes, that's something you could talk about on air and post about on the socials.
That way, when you get your new shoe, it's just form-fitted to you.
Perfect.
And when some other idiot tries to put on your shoe, it's going to hurt their foot.
And then they can't steal your shoes.
That's right.
That's right, Peaches.
Your shoe only.
Nobody's going to steal your shoes no more, Peaches. If you get them custom shoes. Yeah, he's signing people up to win Papa Roach tickets as well. So, do you think that's him calling us?
Maybe.
Let's find out. K-Bear, you're live on the show. Keep that in mind. Who's this?
This is Griffin. How y'all doing?
Griffin, we're doing okay. What's up, dude?
So I just wanted to share that Jade Davis just mentioned that the shoe measuring thing. Did you know that is measured by barley corns, literal tiny little grains, and that's what our shoe sizes are?
I didn't quite hear you.
He says something about the shoe measuring device has little grains of barley corn in it.
Oh, yeah? So,
The
I hope they make
scale
beer out of it afterwards.
Foot beer.
Right? No, the scale measures in barley corns, little grains.
Huh.
It's so dumb. I'm sorry, just a completely useless fact that popped into my head.
Well, thanks for a useless Friday fact.
You're welcome, guys. Have a good day.
You too. Peace. That's a good feature. Useless Friday facts.
Yeah. You better call in next week with another useless Friday fact.
Yeah, we're going to make this a thing. So, anyway, again, go get some shoes, people. It's the Keen event. Go get shoes.
Here's
go
a
see
Peach.
Peaches. He's calling?
Yep.
Why is
Peach,
it-
you're
when he
live
called
on
up-
air. What's going on?
Oh, am I? Well, how's it going? I just pulled into Footwear Outfitters in Pocatello.
Well, we were just talking about that, and now they need to come see you, and you can talk about your giant feet.
Yeah, I'm making Daniel take the table out and everything, apparently, because I just called in to tell you something. He's the one doing all the work, I guess, right now.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Make that salesperson work.
Exactly. Put sales team to work.
Well,
So-
what did you have to say, Peach? You are live on air.
Oh, it was something that shouldn't be said on the air.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
All right. Well, just stay on the line. We need to go to break anyway, and we'll see what the heck you want. I don't know if he can even hear me, but we'll go to break. We'll be back. Well, hello. It's the noon hour of madness and mayhem, Victor Wilt Show edition. Peach is getting on his way back from Pokey. Thanks to everybody who stopped by and saw him at his remote at Footwear Outfitters. You want to see me? Well, you got your opportunity tomorrow. Going to be broadcasting live at Footwear Outfitters in Idaho Falls. I'm going to be there from 10 to noon, signing you up to win some Papa Roach pit tickets. Plus, they've got all kinds of great deals going on with their annual Keen event. That's Footwear Outfitters in Idaho Falls, 10 to noon tomorrow. Stop by and see me. I'll have some other swag with me as well. Probably bring some copies of the new From Ashes to New album. And yeah, signing you up to win Papa Roach tickets. Plus, if you're in the market for shoes, well, there you go. Get yourself some sweet deals on shoes. Talk with the Keen reps. They got it all. Everything you're going to need as we roll into summer. Come see me tomorrow. Idaho Falls, Footwear Outfitters, 10 to noon. And I'll be back with some kind of crap to brighten up your lunch hour here in just a few. It's the noon hour of madness and mayhem, the Victor Wilt Show edition. How's it going today? I hope great. Hope you're doing good. What was I looking at here? Blue dot fever. Sure, let's talk about this. I may have talked about this a bit on the morning show the other day, but what is blue dot fever? No, it's not the new pandemic. Well, unless you're an artist in the music industry or something like that. Basically, when you pull up a map on Ticketmaster and you look at a show and there's a million blue dots because nobody's buying tickets, that's blue dot fever. And we've got tours getting canceled left and right. Post Malone canceling dates. I don't know. I had a list of artists. Doesn't really matter. But basically, I think we finally reached the breaking point when it comes to concert ticket prices. They're going to have to bring things down. There are too many shows, and nobody has enough money to go to all of these shows. You know, hotels are more expensive than ever. Gas is more expensive than ever. You put everything into the pot there. You just can't afford it. I mean, the sheer amount of money that you got to spend nowadays if you want to go to, like, Salt Lake or Boise and see a show, it's crazy. I get it. You wouldn't believe how much money I had to spend to go to the show in Vegas. Like, yikes! I mean, I have definitely in the last few months spent more on concert tickets. I mean, geez, just on like 9 Inch Nails and Sick New World. I mean, that's like 2 years worth of old show prices or something, going to dozens. So anyhow, I hope that this leads to some changes in the pricing of shows. It's just gotten to be crazy. And if major artists are having to cancel their entire tours, that could lead to some better things for us as concert attendees. Because trust me, I get it. I'd love to go to way more shows, but who can afford it? So, yeah, the music industry doesn't seem to be wanting to talk about this much, but yeah, I think the market's a little bit oversaturated and not everybody can get Taylor Swift money for tickets, you know? Like, geez, go look at Metallica at the Sphere tickets. Yikes. So anyway, not trying to be a bummer here or a downer, but yeah, things kind of suck out there right now as far as the touring music world goes. I mean, at least we have a lot of show options. I just feel bad for the bands. I read an article the other day where a band broke down their tour costs, you know, and how much money they made. And I think they played like 11 shows. Every single one of them sold out. Still came home with like, you know, maybe $5,000 per member. Not really worth it. And they had to travel from overseas. You know, if you want to be in a band, I don't know. Maybe keep it as a hobby. It's not a good time to try to make a career out of it. Sorry, I'll try to be more optimistic. It's the Victor Wilt Show. Where's my X-Files music? So if you didn't listen to the morning show today, talked quite a bit about the government releasing the secret UFO files. They set up this website, war.gov/UFO, and released their first batch of classified UFO and UAP, unidentified aerial phenomena, reports. The sad thing is, I've been refreshing the UFOs subreddit all morning to see if anything interesting has come out of these files, and not really. I mean, there's one picture or video of a star-shaped UFO that's kind of interesting, and they also have photos from astronauts on the moon where, they're looking at strange lights in the sky and things like that. But yeah, I was hoping for something a little more exciting, But people are just starting to dig through these files, and I think there's like 167 of them. Some of them are, just pages and pages and pages. So maybe somebody will find something interesting eventually, but so far it's just been kind of boring, which is, unfortunate, but also what I kind of expected. I mean, if the government had something real crazy with UFOs, like straight up proof of aliens or something, do you think they'd tell us? I don't think they'd tell us, because I think the public, would go into a panic, or, we got enough problems. But you never know. The government does like to keep us distracted. I just hope that somebody finds something interesting in here. Like, they've got reports saying that light orbs swarmed the Apollo 11 spacecraft. A few different interesting, barely interesting images, but I'm just disappointed. I wanted those 4K UFO videos they were talking about years ago. Come on, just give us one like super good quality real UFO video. All right, I'd be happy for a couple days. It really weirds me out sometimes, the things that people will get mad at me for on social media. It's Victor Wilt. This is the noon hour of madness and mayhem, Victor Wilt Show edition. It's Friday. Peaches should be back soon from his broadcast at Footwear Outfitters. Again, don't forget, tomorrow I'm going to be broadcasting live at the Idaho Falls Footwear Outfitters from 10 to noon, signing you up to win Papa Roach tickets. Anyway, back to making people mad online. I saw somebody who's running for office in one of the upcoming primaries talking about how, check it out, we got the local news to come out and talk to us. Campaign's doing great. There's showing. There's a ton of interest. We got the local news out here. And so I commented, well, there's a thing called the equal time rule, where radio and broadcast TV are required by law to give equal time to all candidates they'd bring in for like an interview or something like that. If you're talking political ads, those are purchased by the candidates or whoever, and no specific rules on matching time for those. But if, say, I brought a politician on my show, or somebody who wants to be a politician, anybody else running for that same office, I would have to, if they got a hold of me, bring them in and give them the same amount of time on air. So I was pointing out, like, the news showing up to do an interview doesn't really, mean much. It's not a big accomplishment. They're required to by law if they're, dealing with any other candidates whatsoever. And so I was just encouraging people running for office, like, hey, if one of your opponents appears on some kind of radio show or something, hit them up. They're required by the FCC to give you equal time. And then people just started screaming a bunch of, stuff at me about, liberal this and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I'm just trying to let all the candidates know that you have a right to equal time on broadcast airwaves. Now, I think it's an antiquated and stupid rule because, like, if you look at podcasts, for example, during the presidential election, some candidates went on some of the biggest podcasts in the world. Others, were not invited, and nobody had to invite them. Podcasters can have whoever they want on their shows. However, when it comes to radio and broadcast TV, we just have to do what the FCC says. So, yeah, if you know anybody running for office, let them know to pay attention to what's going on in local media. Because if there are any, local TV stations or radio stations that seem to be giving an unfair amount of coverage to, one particular person or whatever, yeah, you can let your friends that are running for office know, hey, give me my equal time. Just funny that people would get mad at me for offering up a little bit of advice based on what I know about the business I'm in. But people will fight about anything online. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Come see me tomorrow. Footwear Outfitters in Idaho Falls, 10 a.m. to noon. You can sign up to win Papa Roach tickets and get yourself some new shoes. They're going to have Keen reps on hand. Lots of good deals going. So, yeah, should be a great time. Look forward to seeing you there, and I'll bring some other swag with me as well. So hopefully I have something I can hook you up with. And maybe you'll get lucky and win some Papa Roach pit tickets. All right. See y'all later. I'm going to leave you with some Seven Dust. Unbreakable. It's K-Bear. Thank you again for tuning in to The Victor Welch Show. This program is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.